And I was like, this man is wandering around town high as a fucking kite. There was a time you told me that you couldn't remember which gender you were.
Wow.
Yeah, Dad.
I forgot who, when we
You forgot your name once too.
Yeah.
You thought it was the dog that you grew up, Melvin. You thought you were like, is my name Melvin? And I was like, nope. That was your childhood dog. Your name is Harry.
See, it's a good idea to do drugs, kids, because
With a
it's
partner.
really
I'm already like picturing in my head like Harry just walking around and like people are calling you like, hey, is your dad, on the beach right now? He's tripping balls. Can you come get him?
Thank God people like you've never had any trouble, right?
never any trouble.
No.
Yeah.
No, nothing even remotely like trouble.
Right. But you also don't walk up to people and say like, you are beautiful and stuff, right? Like,
Well, no, I don't get into trouble. No,
Right,
that
'cause
would be trouble.
that would be
Yes,
trouble.
you say that to some woman, and the next thing you know, you're in cuffs. So
Right. I did worry in the beginning. I worry less now
Sure.
though, because my mom is involved and she takes a much more reasonable dose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She takes like 2 teaspoons.
Harry's on his 6th.
Oh, what did you say? You took 8?
More than 10, I
More
think.
than
Oh my
10.
God.
I really, what happened is the stuff clumped up because I've had it for months. I bought 4 ounces.
Was this the one you lost and did you find it?
No, that's
Okay.
gone still.
There's a missing ounce of mushrooms in my parents' house that no one can find.
The cat, most likely. I've seen her stumbling around on occasion. But going back to what we were talking about, which I now forgot.
You were talking about mom taking so much less than you.
Oh yeah. Mom is very, very reasonable.
Well, I have eaten mushrooms with mom.
Yes.
Go ahead. What are you going to say?
I was going to say about the stuff, the mushrooms, I had it for a couple of months now, and it all kind of clumped. So it was like, it looked more like blown in insulation than the mushroom dust.
Okay, because you
Usually,
grind it up.
I grind it up in a coffee grinder.
Okay.
And it's dust, basically. If you were to lift some up and pour it, there'd be, stuff in the air. 'cause
Right,
it's
the
minute,
spores.
it's tiny.
Mm.
But now after a couple of months, even though I had silicone packages in there, of it being up in the closet, it was getting very clumpy. So that if you tried to pick something up, you'd get this big wad of it. So the 10 teaspoons is, I don't know.
You don't recommend that for like a first-time user, right?
My
Oh
God,
my
no.
God, you'd end up in a hospital.
You would.
Who,
right?
me?
Anybody.
You have to start very slow. You have to see what your tolerances are. Every person.
I like
is
to hit it
different.
hard
So
right away.
my
Well,
mom
we'll
takes
set you up, dude. I mean, we'll get you fucked up.
You're gonna be fucked up.
And then you can sit here and forget what you're talking
Yeah.
about,
Right.
like me.
Yeah, and you're not on mushrooms now.
No.
Okay, he was suggesting to come on mushrooms, which
Oh,
I
I
think
should.
would be very funny.
Oh.
Yeah,
I will be your spirit podcast animal guide.
yeah.
Oh, right. I could
Yeah.
even tell you guys what's going on.
Yes,
If,
that would be very interesting. But I was saying, mom takes quite a bit less, and so whenever I've eaten the mushrooms with you guys, you actually haven't eaten them. It's just been mom and I.
Right.
And she gave me what she's like, here's a micro dose. I was tripping balls, like.
Really?
Oh yeah, my mom's tolerance is much higher than mine, and
Whoops.
his is obviously much higher than hers. But I was like, we were all at the beach and the planes were going over, and it was like 60 planes going over, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm tripping out. And how Harry said everything was in slow motion for me, it sounded like everyone around me was speaking in fast forward. Like it was like like all the noise of the beach was like listening to a tape on fast forward, and I was
That's
like, whoa,
crazy.
bro, I'm fucked up.
The only time I did shrooms was in high school.
Trims?
Shrooms.
Shrooms. Well,
yeah, we put it on a Whopper one time, and it was like during the Halloween, and they were trying to make us go in a haunted house, and I was not leaving the car.
Jeez.
And then we went to a friend's house where they had a bunch of Arabian-speaking people that were there for foreigners, like to learn English.
Yeah.
And we smoked hookah with them, and I couldn't stop laughing.
That sounds nice.
It was pretty fun. It was a good time, and that was the only time. And then, of course, I joined
The military.
And thank you for serving, sir.
Thank you for your tax money.
Damn right. You
Do
got it.
I would never want to go in a haunted house tripping out. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
and especially at 17 for your first time, and like they gave me a lot, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Dad, do you remember
Yes.
the time that my brother Mike, what did he do? He did acid and went to a haunted house, and you guys had to like collect him.
I forget that one.
Oh my gosh! So I was the
I've collected him many
Yes,
times
yes.
in various conditions.
Yeah, so he ate like a bunch of acid, and then there was the school haunted house. I was actually working at it, and I was the troll under the bridge. Just so you guys know,
Wow,
that was
cool.
yeah.
I like
I
it.
get to come out from under the bridge and harass people a bunch. I was very offended to be given that position versus like the chained up hot girl in the corner or something. Like I was pissed. I was like,
Yeah.
why am I not in the cage?
Put her in the goddamn. Put her down in the river. She belongs under the goddamn bridge.
They put me under a bridge, and I was like, it really hurt my ego quite a bit. But I'll never forget, Mike came through, and I had like the fog machine, and I pop out, and he is like he looked freaked out, and I'm like, this is my older brother. Like, why is it going? And it was with a bunch of people, and he was like really, really, really high, and I guess he had a panic attack, not from me, but like from the overall experience. And it involved admitting to being on acid. I'm talking he was 16 at the time. Admitting to being on acid to you and mom and pulling the come get me, don't ask questions card.
Mhm.
And so, but I'll never forget, we all went to Olson's for breakfast the next morning as a family. And he was sitting there at the table just moving the salt shakers back and forth and like fucking with everything on the table because he was still tripping on acid. And I was like, this is my family.
This is it.
This is us.
Right.
Yeah. It was
Long-suffering person right here. There's no question.
Yes, it's been tough, guys.
It has been.
Yeah, I can
It
only
has,
imagine.
but no, that we have some very good funny stories.
We most certainly do.
Man, my dad only I got caught a couple times drinking. I got an MIP, got caught by the cops, and then the second one he was just like, "Do you not know how to run? Do you not know how to run away?" And I was like, "Dad, I thought you're not supposed to run away from the cops." He goes, "If it costs me fucking money, you're running.
Wow.
So keep running, buddy. I'll defend you on that case. But if you get caught again, I'm done."
Wow.
You know.
Interesting. That's some advice.
Yeah, he told me I was, stupid. He was like, "How dumb are you to keep getting caught?"
I love that. I have another question for Harry. Oh, this person wants to know what you did for a living.
Oh, I was a sign painter.